they see me, I can't even find myself. Hi everybody. Sorry I'm late. I have my phone, I'm using my phone and it won't let me do a horizontal Facebook live stream. If any of you know how to fix that, I tried. I looked at some Google videos and they said to click on the little screwdriver thing, and I tried that, couldn't do it. So we may have to do the video in vertical tonight, and I apologize. I don't know what has happened. I didn't change anything, but it decided that we're going to just go vertical today. So I apologize. So if any of you can give me hints, I'm all over it so you can see a little better, but this is where we stand for today. So thank you, team, for jumping on. I know I had got some messages earlier that some people weren't going to be able to make it. So this is not going to be a long meeting. I just have a few things that I want to talk to you about and show you. So thanks everyone. We've got 8 here already. Very good. And I think we'll be just about ready to go. Let me get one more thing. All right. I am ready to go. All right. If you have your little agenda nearby, please grab that and we'll go over these very quickly. If you have any questions, please let me know. All right, the first thing is something that came from Stampin' Up, and they are now placing weekly videos on the Demonstrator Planning Place on Facebook. So I have my iPad here and I want to show you. If you just go onto your Facebook page, go up in the search and just put Demonstrator Planning Page in there. Demonstrator Planning Place. I'm sorry, Demonstrator Planning Place. Okay, and this will pop up. And if you're not on there, you can ask for to be invited. Okay, and they may ask you what your demonstrator number is and things like that, but they're having a variety of demonstrators go on live and doing little videos as far as making things and also some tips and things like that. So just wanted to let you know where that was and how easy that is to find. You just have to go on your Facebook page, and at the top you just go ahead and put Demonstrator Planning Place, and that will get you right in there. So that is the first thing I wanted to talk to you about. And they say that they're going to post at 11 a.m. or 7 p.m. each week. So I don't think they're live. I think they're recorded, but they're just trying to do something to show products and things like that to the demonstrators. Just another way to show you some things that are available. Hi, Mary. Hello. All right, number 2. I know many of you have already taken advantage of this, but there is a Designer Series paper sale this month. Oops. And my wires are hanging down. I'm a hot mess today. All right. And this started on the 1st, and I was excited to find out all the different ones that are in the sale. Now, I got this right off our back office. So if you go on your back office, you can find this printout if you want to print it out, but it tells you all the different papers that are available. So it's not just like, you know, papers that they can't get rid of. Okay, it's a lot of the papers that are very, very popular. I got a bunch of the plaid tidings and I got some of the trimming the town, but they have ones from the mini catalog as well as the annual catalog. So take a look at that. Lots of great papers available. They are 15% off and it goes till the 31st of October. All right. That is the next thing I wanted to talk to you about. Let's see what's next on my list. Paper pumpkin. Okay. Joy to the World. I think I might have included that in with your handouts. Joy to the World is available now to order until the 10th of October. Okay. I'm looking to see if Marie gets on here. I don't see her yet. Our new gal from North Carolina, I'm trying to get her connected with us. I sent her a packet. I'm hoping it made it there. All right, so the Joy to the World is now available. The next two are going to be really, really great. They're going to be the Christmas ones. All right, so Joy to the World can be ordered until October 10th. Remember, you can always order it, pay for it, and then you can always stop your subscription if you don't want to get them starting in December or January. Okay, you don't have to feel like you have to commit to a lot of sets. You can turn your subscription on and off and it will allow you to do that as many times as you like. So Joy to the World, that is available now till the 10th. All right, Stampin' Up, the new Stampin' Up year just started in October. And now they've decided they are going to come up with a new reward system. Okay, we used to have the flex points, but now they're not going to have the flex points anymore. And I was over at Mary's house hanging out. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Karen. All right, I was over at Mary's house and she said, what are flex points? So I felt like I had done a bad job talking about flex points because every time you buy any product from Stampin' Up, you get flex points. So I want to show you how you can find out how many flex points you have. So first thing you have to do is just log on to your back office. Okay, so you want to be at the page where you see your name up top right here. Okay, if you have your name up there, that means you're on your back office, yours specifically. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to click on the little hamburger there, and then you're going to come over to ordering. Okay, just like you do whenever you do your demonstrator order there. But if you notice, over here on the right-hand side at the bottom of that column is your Flex account. All right, you want to click on your Flex account. And you should see up at the top here how many flex points you have. Okay? And why that is important is because at the end of October, your flex points are going to go away. Okay? So if you look here on mine, my flex points are up there, and then you can kind of scroll down here, and whatever little buttons are lit, you can buy those things. Okay? So whatever buttons are lit, you can buy those items, okay? So depending on how much you have, of course, my suggestion would be to use it for product credit. So you're gonna add that to your cart, and then you will get a notification from Stampin' Up that they cashed in your flex points, and then the next time you place an order and you get to the end where you're putting in your Visa or whatever your credit card is, you'll see that little credit down there and you can put that in. Yes, yep, it's the same thing, Joanne. They call it different things. I don't like to call it a demonstrator site because that makes people feel like they, well, I'm not a demonstrator, I'm just a hobbyist, so I might not have one. So we just call it back office, but it is the same thing. But you want to go back and you want to check and see how many flex points you have. Okay? And within the next couple of days, they're going to put on credit for your flex points that for 700 flex points, you get like a $5 gift credit. And I will send that out to all of you because you'll notice that the lowest here for product credit is 5,500. Some of you might not have that much, okay? But they're going to offer the credits in smaller increments. So by the end of the quarter, at the end of the month, you'll be able to cash out almost all your flex points because you want to use these for free product. Who doesn't want free stuff? So if you have any specific questions about that, let me know. That's your homework assignment. Go on your Flex account and see if you can find out how much you have. Yep. See, Lisa's using hers. Yes. Yes, they'll give you to the end, but you have to use them by the 31st. Okay? And then they're going to be starting a new system, which I am not totally versed on yet. And I'll try to find out more about that and get back to you. Okay? Yep. I'll show you the, I think it's coming out on the 15th. They're going to give out the smaller increment credits. Because if you have that many, that's not quite enough to get that $40 in credit, but you'll be able to get increments that are smaller. So I was glad they did that. I think they had people talking about that and wondering, I have so many points now and I can't spend them. So they're going to go ahead and do that this year. That was very nice of them. Yeah. So, well, you don't really have to. You can just cash them in smaller increments. You don't have to worry about getting the $40 one if you don't want to. It's really up to you. Okay? All right. So if you have any questions about that, let me know, and I will get the information to all of you when they post it about the smaller increments of credit. I hope that makes sense to everyone. Okay, very good. All right. The next thing I wanted to talk about was our World Card Making Day. We had a wonderful day, lots of people making cards, and I just wanted to share with you, for those that didn't see it, I did the Very Versailles stamp set, and I made a set of 5 cards, very simple 1-layer cards using the Very Versailles. And I offered a PDF to anyone that would like it. And it shows you exactly what cardstock I used, what ink, what dyes. And I just sent it to everybody through PDF. I think I got most everybody. But if there's somebody that's on now that didn't have a chance to see me on Saturday, just send me a note and I will send this to you. All right, so that was what I did. I did make a YouTube video of the World Card Making Day. If you look on my YouTube channel, you could go back and watch me making all these. And Dory too. Dory has a PDF for hers as well. So we're always trying to find ways to inspire you to keep on stamping. Okay, and these were the ones, and then I put them in a little acetate box, all 5 of them, and then made a little tag. So it's so easy to make 5 of them and then make it into a little gift box and give it to somebody. So we had a great time. We had lots of people watching while we were stamping. It was loads of fun. So thanks for joining us if you did. So I wanted to make sure everybody had a chance to get that PDF if they want it. Okay. All right. So the last thing was we wanted to welcome Marie, but Karen just said she's away. So hopefully we'll catch her on the next one. And I'm hoping she got her packet and that she will be able to make her projects tonight. She is in Mount Airy, North Carolina. So she is a distance away. So hopefully she got her packet. I know my sister-in-law in Maryland had not gotten it by yesterday. So I sent them out Wednesday morning. It looks like I may have to do a Tuesday. Okay, you'll have to touch base with Dory, Joanne, and then I'll send you one. All right? Okay, so that's everything I have here. Actually, one more thing that I wanted to add, certainly add this after everything got sent out. But this is a pre-order, okay? And it's called Curvy Celebrations. And it's a bundle that has stamp sets and dies. And this is a pre-order for the mini catalog that starts in January for celebration. Okay, so we are able to pre-order it now. Okay, even though it says November 3rd here, as a demonstrator, we can get the Curvy Celebration now. And it's really cool. It's got a lot of curvy kind of dies, and then it has sentiments that curve as well. So it's really cute. I got it, so I am planning on showing it off next month during our team meeting. But if you wanted to go ahead and get started with it, it's called Curvy Celebration, and it's just a sneak peek for spring, so it's exciting to get that. So for us, we can get it now. If you have any customers, they can get it starting November 3rd. Okay. All right. And that was the last one, I think. Yep. Anybody have any questions or anything so far? All right, let's go ahead and do our first little project. Let me show you right here what we're going to make. It is called a kiss box. And this is it right here. Okay, and it's a tiny little box. And the reason we call it a kiss box is because it fits the little Hershey Kisses inside. And we're gonna make this one today, since we're still in our fall theme time. We're gonna go ahead and make this this evening. Now let me show you some other ones I've made that I'm going to probably do some Facebook Lives with the Christmas. I made some Christmas themed ones as well. Okay, this is one I made brightly gleaming, I think is that paper. Okay, and then of course I had to make a couple of toile. Okay, I love these, and I'll show you this one. I even put some inside. See, it opens up here, and then like that. Now for this one, I used some Designer Series paper on the inside as well. Now I didn't do that with one this evening, but that's another way you can use up your paper. And I loved having the print on the outside and then the stripe on the inside. Okay, super easy to make. And I was shocked when I found out about this, what they used in for the box. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull out the things that they used. This is the part they used for the lid that flips. Okay, and what that is, you got to go back and dig through some of your dies that we haven't been using for quite a while. And what it is in ornate layers. I think this might have been the first one we did out of the new catalog, the first month stamp event. You're going to use this die from the set, okay? This has, let me see if the other one's here yet. We had ornate layers, and these were more of them. I think maybe that will help you jog your memory about where it was. But it uses this one here. This one that is not terribly ornate, doesn't have the curves on it, but it does have the little eyelets. So I punched out as many of them as I could, but all you really need to do is take your pick tool and they'll come out very easily. All right. I'm gonna grab a couple of things over here and let's get going here. All right. Okay, so what this is, I want to make sure I have my papers here. This is the rat from the Ornate Layers dies, and it's scored at 2 1/4 from each end. So you put it on your scoring board and you score it at 2 1/4 from each end. Let me show you what I mean. I'll grab my scoring board. So you're just going to put it up like this here. And you score at 2 1/4, and then you just flip it to the other end and score at 2 1/4 again. All right? And then, since I have the board out, I'm going to go ahead and grab the other piece. I think all your scoring has been done, but you're going to grab your same color, okay, piece. This is early espresso, and we're going to go ahead and score at, okay, let me see, 7/8. Okay, this is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, and we're going to score at 7/8, which is the little mark right before 1. So these are really, really, really easy to put together. You could make loads of these for little favors or anything like that. All right, so I did my scoring. Hopefully yours are all good. Hi, Deborah. You didn't miss anything. We're just getting started on the crafting, and you can always go back and listen to any of the announcements that I made. All right, so now I have both of those things ready to go. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my square piece, and I'm going to go ahead and fold on all those score lines. Okay, now let me open this box. And I love it with the gingham, and I didn't have enough gingham for everyone, or I would have put gingham in with it, but I think gingham really looks nice, but the other bumblebee ribbon looks good as well. But see, this is how it opened. We're going to be creating this box that sits on the inside first, okay? So that's what we have here. Okay, I'm going to grab my scissors. All right, and you're going to do some cutting here. We're going to go on on the right side, this vertical score line, and create that little tab there. Okay, so on the right side, the vertical score line, we create the tab. Then we're going to turn it counterclockwise, cut up that again. You guys know how we roll here to make this little box. There's the second tab. Okay, counterclockwise, we're going to cut up that first vertical score line and then cut a couple of wedges out of there. Let me get this one a little better close there. There we go. All right, everybody following okay? Last one, last turn. Okay, and then we have the 4 tabs, okay? I'm going to grab my Stampin' Seal, and yes, I've been using it a lot more because I had gotten myself almost totally on Tombow. I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to put a little bit on each one of these tabs. Once you get the hang of it, it is great stuff. Okay. Now, I got it on all 4 tabs. We're going to bend the tab forward and place it behind the other panel, lining up the fold and the side of the panel. And we're just going to make, it's almost like a little box lid that we're making. That's a little too far over. You want to make sure that you're lining it up right with the fold. All right, all the way around. So you're just making a little tiny box. Okay, that's what it looks like. All right, now we're going to go ahead and grab our piece of DSP. Okay, you should have a piece of the DSP, that's the wood. This is from In Good Taste. Love that paper. So many great patterns and textures. Okay, you're going to go ahead and you're going to turn this over. Okay. And you're going to take some tear and tape. and put it on each end. And I'm using tear and tape here because this is where we're going to fasten the ribbons, and we want them to be very, very well held on. All right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take off the backing on my tear and tape. You can use the Seal Plus if you like. It's really up to you. All right, now you're going to take your 2 pieces of ribbon. Okay, this is Bumblebee and the ruched. This is pretty. And you're going to go ahead and just adhere it to each end of your Designer Series paper panel. Okay, you're probably thinking, what in the world? Just stick with me here. Okay, and then next you're going to kind of put that away, and then you're going to take your die cut piece from the ornate layers, that's it, and give that a good crease. Okay, now finally get to use some Tombow. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and put Tombow on here in between the 2 pieces of tear and tape. Okay, then I'm going to fasten it to my die cut, trying to get it as close as I can to the middle. And just adhering it that way. Everybody sticking with me okay? Me and my vertical self, my portrait self. All right, hoping to figure that out before tomorrow. Okay, now you can just kind of fold it over where your score lines and creases were on your die. So now you have your outside piece. Okay, so all you do now is just lay it down on your workspace here, and I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue on the inside, on the bottom of our box that we made. Now you want it to go almost directly up to this score line here, and then you want to try to center it on the sides. Okay, now you got time when you're using the glue to do that. Okay, as soon as you got it where you like, just hold it down for a little bit. You can always check and make sure it's close enough but not too close that it won't bend up. So there, I did that. Okay, I'll throw a few kisses in there. Then I'm going to fold it over and go ahead and tie it. And everything will dry and stay put. I'm going to go ahead and make my bow. Okay, so there we go. We are getting there. All right, now we're ready to go ahead and do our top piece. Very simple. I stamped one of my absolute favorite sets here. You guys know what it is. I've just about beaten you over the head with it. Celebrate Sunflowers. Love this. Okay, and I used the small sunflower image. And what I did, my favorite way to color the sunflower is to color it in first with the dark Daffodil Delight on all the leaves here, the petals, not leaves, petals. And then once I do all that, I'm going to go back with the dark Mango Melody, and it gives it a little bit of the orange that I love to see on sunflower petals, the real dark orange. So that was my favorite way to do it. You can pick from a lot of different yellows that we have, but this is the way that I kind of liked it. So what I did, there's all dark Daffodil Delight. Now I'm going to come in with my dark Mango Melody and just kind of start from the inside and go toward the outside of the petals. And it really just kind of blends in together, but I just love that little bit of orange on the leaves. See? I think that looks so pretty. Then I colored in the center with soft suede. And remember, you guys can use whatever you like. Crumb cake looks nice as well. And then for my leaves, I just used Old Olive. Okay, and I took my dark Old Olive and went close right here to where the petals are. That would be there where there would be maybe a little bit of a shadow. And then I took my light, starting in the dark. Oops, I like to do the bullet point better. Okay, starting in the dark and just pulling it away and getting it to mix together a little bit and blend. Same thing over here. So there's my sunflower. All right, if you look here, the last thing we need to do is put it on. So I'm going to use some dimensionals and put my little sunflower on there. I'm sure there's other things that would fit in there if you would like to put other things, but who doesn't like to get a box of kisses? And then as the seasons change, the kisses change too. So you can use different flavors of kisses into the Christmas season. They have the yummy candy cane ones that I love. So, all right, then I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of adhesive and then just put this towards the bottom. Let me see how I did it here. All right, right. And that's too short to make a flag, so I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. And there you go. So it holds about 4 kisses pretty easily, but super simple to make. Doesn't take a lot of designer series paper, and really, really fun. A great idea for any of the holidays coming up. And again, next week, I'm gonna show you how to make these with the toile paper, since we have Christmas coming up. And I use a coordinating paper on the inside as well. That's a little different from the others. So I hope you are able to use that idea. So that is our first for today. Anybody have any questions? Let me know. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to talk about is the Lovely You bundle. Let me find my Lovely You bundle. All right, here is the stamp set. I'm looking for my punch. I'll put it back over here. Here it is. And I'm really, the purpose of me doing these couple of cards here is just to show you and give you a little bit of tips on how to use this. 80 days more. Okay, Lisa. I can't believe how fast it's coming. But yeah, I wanted to just give you some tips on this. And the 2 cards that I've included with this are really just a way for you to get an idea of what it looks like and what I'm talking about when I'm kind of demoing this. Now, what I want to show you is exactly how the punch works. Okay, you'll notice that there are like 3 different tracks that the paper can go on here. If your paper is a 1/2 inch wide, you're going to go on the lowest track, 3/4 and 1 inch. So you can make 3 different size banners. So let me go ahead and get my trimmer, and I'm going to cut 3 different sized banners. First, I'm going to cut at 1/2. Okay. Then I'm going to do a 3/4, and then 1. So I'll show you exactly how to do these. It's a little confusing, and sometimes it's a little challenging to line up. So I just wanted to give you a couple of tips before we put the cards together. Okay, so now let's start with the small one here. Okay, so we'll go with this bottom. If you notice here, the endings for the banners are just slightly different. So it really, it's your choice, whichever one you want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and work with this one here. So what you're going to do is, this is the half inch, and that goes on the bottom track very easily. And what I do is I turn it over, and then you watch for it to come out there. And you want to make sure that your strip is up against the end of the punch. Okay, so you want to push it all the way through until it comes right up flush against the back. Then you're going to go ahead and punch. And there you have your end. Let's do that again. I turn it over every time. So you're going to push it in, turn it over, look for it. If it's flush, then you're going to go ahead and squeeze. Okay, so that is a 1/2 inch one. Okay, so let's grab the 3/4 inch. How many of you have this? Let me know if you have it by commenting. Okay, now this is the 3/4 inch. You're going to notice that it rides on a different track, a little higher than the other. Okay, but we're going to do it the same way. You're going to push it in. I turn mine over, and when I can see it back here, flush to the back of the punch or the end of the punch, then I squeeze. Okay, same thing again. I'm going to turn it over. It's going to ride that middle track all the way back. Flush. And there you have it. Okay, that's really the secret. Turning it over is the secret that you can get it, in the centered on the end, because that was where I was having trouble. It was a mess. I wasn't getting it centered correctly, and it was not punching a banner that looked very good. So now I have my 1 inch. Okay, I'm going to push that all the way through on the biggest track. I'm going to turn it over and punch. Okay, same thing again. Lastly, all the way to the back. It's flush to the end, and oops, now I'm wiggling it. That's not a good idea. Punch. So then you have your sides are all centered for you. Okay, now one last thing I want to show you is if you would want to layer two on top of each other. So let's go ahead and bring in a colored paper. Let's do the red, and we're going to put a sentiment and then layer it with the green. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut our paper. Okay, so I want my sentiment to be a 1/4 inch, not a quarter, I'm sorry, a 1/2 inch wide, and let's say 2.5 inches long. All right, so that's going to be my sentiment piece. Now, if you want to layer another color of cardstock, you're going to have to increase both dimensions by 1/4. So it was a 1/2, so our layer is going to have to be 3/4. All right, and how long was this one again? I've already forgotten. 2.5. Okay, this is going to be 2 3/4. Okay, so if you want to layer them, it's the same way as you would layer just if it was a regular sentiment. Okay, so you're going to need to remember to make the layers a 1/4 inch wider and longer. All right, so let's go ahead and grab the punch very quickly. And I'll do the second one this time. This one up here. Here's my little, I'm going to push that through to the back. Come on, there we go. Punch. Bring it out. Push it through again. to the back, punch. All right, so there's my sentiment. Okay, right there. Okay, now I'm going to use the exact same one for the layered piece. Okay, remember it's a 1/4 of an inch wider, so it's going to go on a different track. Okay, turn it over, push it through. So, I mean, you could make a layered 3 times. We could make another layer with the 1 inch, but as long as you keep it the 1/4 inch difference, you should have no trouble with it lining up. And I think that really gives it a nice look when you have it layered and punched with the same banner. So just wanted to give you that little heads up on how to make that. All right. Okay, let's see our last 2 cards here. You want to grab your paper here, and I'm hoping I sent all my packets away, and I got up this morning and said, "Ooh, what did those cards look like?" So I'm hoping I got the right thing here. So piece of Whisper White cardstock, and you're just going to go ahead and fold that in half. We have our fold at the top. Then you're going to go ahead and grab the piece of Misty Moonlight. Oh, Karen, you got to get it out. It's loads of fun. Give you some ideas on some cards you could make. This one is really fun, super simple. Use up your designer series paper. Fun. All right, so that's there. Now you should have 4 strips of designer series paper from the Flowers for Every Season. Okay, you guys know this one. It's got the beautiful sunflowers, it has poinsettias, it has all different kinds of flowers. So that's what I decided to use. Now yours are already punched, but I have here 4 strips. Now I ran out of the blue flowers, so I'm just going to use the plain blue here. But what I did is I just put them in a stack, and then I ran them right through the punch all together. Okay, these are 3/4 inch. Then I just turned it over. Come on. Maybe I'll go 2 at a time. Getting a little crazy here. All right, so 2 at a time. That's working a lot better. Then I punch the top and the bottom. And this is a great way to make a quick card. And you've got so many great choices with this paper. So there's 2. I think everybody's is already cut. Okay. Then I'm going to do the same thing again. Here we go. In on that track, turn it over, make sure that it's flush, and you got it. One more time. And there we go. All right, now, what you want to do now is put your strips right on the front of your card. Since I've got 2 different, you guys should have all the same. They might not be the same as mine, but you've got something in the Misty Moonlight family. Okay, so I line them up on there where I want them, and then I'm just going to grab them one at a time, put a little bit of stamp and seal on the back, pick up the next one, and just make such a pretty design on the front. And you can decide how close you want them to be, if you want them to be kind of up and down rather than straight across. You know how I get crazy with the wonky stuff, right, Lisa? And then one more. Okay, so that is the base of your card. Now all you have left is a little sentiment. Okay, and I cut out a circle from the stitch-shaped dies, and I came in with the Wildly Grateful. Okay, that is from the Lovely You cling stamp set. Okay, these are fantastic to use on the little banners as well. Even though I'm not using a banner here, these work lovely on the banners. Okay, I'm just gonna stamp him in the middle. You guys should already have that. And then I threw in 3 of the cute little blossoms using the small blossom punch or small bloom, not sure which that is. And then you can just kind of give them a little bit of a lift to give them a little dimension. And then you can put them right on your sentiment. I'm going to use glue dots, but you guys use what you want. I think I'm going to put one down here. Be good if it had a glue dot on it. Let's try that again. Where's my pick tool? He's missing. All right, let's go ahead and I'm going to put one under. Okay. But if you just start with this card base, you can, use any kind of things you want for your sentiment. It's just nice to have different choices and different shapes of dies that you can use in different stamp sets. So then I'm just going to go ahead and use some dimensionals and put that right on the front. You could put some little pearls or rhinestones in the center of those flowers would look lovely. And maybe even a couple of little leaves coming out as well. But I just wanted to give you an idea. But I just love how the paper is so pretty there. And I really like that. I wasn't sure I was going to like it with the different colors, but I do. So that's a way. I just want to show you that there's other things other than just labels that you can make with these as well. So that is the one card. Now the second card I didn't even make. I just wanted to show you a picture. I know it's here somewhere. This came from the Bundle Focus. Remember last month I told you about that on your demonstrator, your back office. They have a section, a focus bundle program, where you can go on there and it gives you a whole bunch of ideas for a certain bundle. Okay, so what you have left in your packet is to make this card right here. Okay, so all you really need to do here is put dimensionals behind that smaller Coastal Cabana panel. And you noticed that this stamp set also has some really cute little flower and vine images that you can use as well. And I stamped the vines on the Coastal Cabana. And then what I did with these two here, I stamped tone on tone the flowers on the Mango Melody. No, Magenta. I can't think of the name of this color. And then this is the Daffodil Delight. And then You're My Person is just another one of the cute little sentiments in the bunch. So you can go ahead and put that together, and that's just another way you can see how the graduated sizes of the strips, how you can use those together to make a really cool look. And then this one here, I know you don't have this, but this is another way you can stamp the flowers on the bottom and then just put the sentiment across on a strip. But if you notice here, they cut several strips and then they just had them sticking out the bottom of the sentiment just to give it a different look like that. So I just wanted to share that with you so you can think of different ways that it can be used other than just as a label. And don't forget to grab it and use it and make some cards with it. So that is all I had for this evening. If you have any questions or comments or anything, please let me know. And for now, if you look at the bottom, our next meeting is going to be November 2nd. It's the first Monday. And my plan is to use the new set, the Curvy Celebration set, and show you some of the things that are available with that and try to inspire you to buy that. So remember, it is now available for demonstrators and will be available for customers in November. So I'm gonna see if I can come up with some fun projects using the Curvy Celebration. You're welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining. And I can't think of anything else I need to remind you of. I will get that information to you about the flex points as soon as I get it, because I want you to be able to use all those and get some free stuff, of course. Thanks as always for being such an amazing team. Love you guys. Can't wait to be able to get back together. I hope everybody's doing okay. And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.